Right now, another horrific mass shooting at an elementary school, this time in Texas, where the death toll includes 14 children.
Also, a day after a jury found Kari Sanford guilty of murdering 2 people, Naomi Coles looks at what we can expect at sentencing.
And as the war in Ukraine enters its 4th month, Ukrainian officials say at least 200 bodies have been found in the rubble of an apartment building in Mariupol. You're watching News 3 now at 5.
We are continuing to follow the latest developments from that breaking news that we first told you about on Live at 4. There has been another terrible school shooting, this one at an elementary school in Uvalde, Texas.
Now, these are live aerial pictures we're seeing right now from the small town. It's about 80 miles west of San Antonio. Again, 14 children. Also, a teacher died when a lone shooter entered the school. Officers were first called to the scene around 1 this afternoon. Texas Governor Greg Abbott says the suspected shooter was an 18-year-old man who had a handgun and possibly a rifle. Abbott says the shooter is also dead, believed to be killed by responding officers.
He shot and killed horrifically, incomprehensibly, 14 students and killed a teacher. Mr. Romas, the shooter, he himself is deceased and is believed that responding officers killed him.
The governor said 2 officers were also shot and injured, but are expected to survive. Robb Elementary School has about 600 students enrolled in the school. It is still not clear how many people were injured. A local hospital says 13 students were admitted there, but we do not know their conditions. Another hospital said it is treating a 66-year-old woman. This is the deadliest school shooting in Texas history, and it comes 4 years after a gunman shot and killed 10 people at Santa Fe High School in the Houston area. Now, the White House press secretary says President Biden has been briefed on this school shooting. He is on his way back from a 5-day trip to Asia, but continues to receive updates and plans to speak this evening when he gets back to the White House. CBS Evening News also has crews covering the breaking story. More details coming up in the next half hour. And for those of you who have our Channel 3000 News app, you've been getting updates from our team all afternoon. If you're looking for the latest information, you can find it there or at channel3000.com.
Today's shooting comes on the heels of a new FBI report showing the number of active shooter attacks are up. The agency counted 61 incidents last year. That is up more than 50% from 2020 and up nearly 100% over 4 years. Retired FBI Special Agent Catherine Schweit launched the agency's active shooter program after Sandy Hook.
This means risks every place in the country, risks in businesses, risks in every place you go, whether it's to church on Sunday or whether it's to the mall on Saturday or whether your kid goes to school.
The FBI also noted the emergence of roving active shooters who targeted their victims in multiple locations over the course of 1 or more days.
Well, we want to turn now to weather. Your certified most accurate forecast meteorologist Dana Fulton joining us on the weather patio. Dana?
It is a cloudy day out here for us on the patio. I felt a few raindrops coming down, but just some light drizzle currently for areas in Dane County, much of it just building into the west. So that cloud coverage, again, sticking with us throughout the course of the day. As we look at our Doppler track right now, you can see some steadier rainfall for parts of Grant County. The very edge of that has creeped into Dane County at times. So we have, again, seen a few raindrops, but really just focused on a cloudy sky with a better opportunity for rain building in overnight. 62 currently in Madison with a light breeze coming in from the east. So we look ahead to Wednesday, plan on a better opportunity for scattered showers and thunderstorms, especially early in the day. Won't be quite as cool outside, but it is going to be a little more windy. Wind speeds about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tomorrow is going to be our rainy day. We still have a chance for showers on Thursday. As we look ahead to next week, we do have a few more rain opportunities creeping in. Unfortunately, lining up with Memorial Day on Monday. But we'll take a closer look at that rain chance in just a few minutes.
All right, Dana, thank you. We now know when the man convicted of killing a UW doctor and her husband will face his sentence. August 18th.
A jury convicted 21-year-old Kari Sanford of both murders last night. Naomi Coles joins us. And Naomi, what can we expect at sentencing?
A life sentence is mandatory here. The only decision for the judge to make on August 18th is whether Sanford can qualify later to be considered for parole. Prosecutors and police, speaking after the verdict was read, say this means justice is nearly complete. For the UW Police Department, which led the investigation because the victims were found in their jurisdiction, it represented the culmination of years of effort.
Fortunately, it's not the type of case that we see very often on campus. They've been working around the clock very hard for the last 2 years, and obviously I think we're able to help bring justice.
Dane County's district attorney said after the verdict that one reason this trial came more than 2 years after the murders is because of the pandemic-related backlog. Throughout the trial, we heard from Sanford's girlfriend and the victim's daughter, as well as Sanford's accomplice, who took a plea deal in the case last year. One person we didn't hear from, Sanford himself. At 6, we'll look at the only time in this case he has ever publicly talked about the murders that he's now found to be guilty of committing.
Naomi, thank you. One person is dead after a crash that blocked westbound traffic on University Avenue in Middleton this morning. The crash happened just after 7 at the intersection of University and the eastbound Beltline off-ramp. Middleton police believe the driver, who died, likely suffered a medical emergency before the crash. The driver of the other vehicle suffered minor injuries. University Avenue reopened after being closed for about 2 hours.
It's been 3 months since Russia waged war on Ukraine, and since then, thousands on both sides have lost their lives. And the United Nations says more than 6 million Ukrainians have been displaced. World leaders continue to show their support for Ukraine and push for more consequences against Russia. Serena Marshall has more from the White House.
Ukrainian soldiers gathered to bury their own in Kharkiv, a grim reminder of the toll of Russia's now 3-month-long invasion. He says people's lives are priceless, and it's not right for young men to die. Ukrainian officials say at least 200 bodies have been found in the rubble of an apartment building in Mariupol, where Russian forces have claimed control. Intense fighting also continues in the Donbas region, where the Russian military also hopes to seize control. The United Nations says well over 6 million Ukrainian people have fled since the war began. Some have made the trip back.
We know that a number of people have been crossing the border to see relatives, maybe for personal reasons, even for trade and commerce.
The European Union says it expects to reach an agreement soon on a 6th sanction package against Russia, just a day after Ukraine's president pushed for maximum economic sanctions at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland.
We should not trade long-term security needs for short-term economic interests.
At Tuesday's session, NATO Secretary General called on Russia to end the war and allow Ukraine's grain to be exported. Serena Marshall, CBS News, the White House.
And President Biden is on his way back to the U.S. after his 5-day trip to Asia. Global security concerns highlighting his final day of the trip.
We're navigating a dark hour in our shared history.
The president met with leaders of Australia, Japan, and India, along with the U.S. It's known as the Quadrilateral Security Dialogue, and said global security is threatened by Russia's attack on Ukraine.
Putin is just trying to extinguish a culture. He's not even aiming at military targets anymore. He's taking out every school, every church, every natural history museum. The world has to deal with it, and we are.
Now, India stands alone among the 4 remaining neutral in Russia's war in Ukraine. The president would not say whether he asked the Prime Minister of India to take a harder stance against Russia, but all 4 members say they cannot allow the same thing to happen in the Indo-Pacific.
Voting is taking place today in 5 states, and there is a common theme: the influence of former President Donald Trump. That is especially true in Georgia, where Trump has been seeking political payback against those who refuse to fake the 2020 election results. To add to the drama, both Trump and his former Vice President Mike Pence have endorsed different candidates in the Republican primary for governor. In the wake of the 2020 elections, Trump pressured Governor Brian Kemp and Republican Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger to help change the results of the election so he could keep the White House. But polls show Kemp is likely to win easily tonight, thanks to Republicans who supported how he handled the pandemic, built up the state economy, and his willingness to stand up to Trump.
Is Trump the kingmaker of the party? I firmly believe he is not.
I think it's rather unseemly for a former president, and I believe it's somewhat vengeful.
In the Secretary of State race, Raffensperger faces a crowded field and may be headed to a runoff.
Madison Center for Black Excellence in Culture has now raised more than $20 million for the project's construction. More than 400 individuals and businesses have donated to the center since the fundraising campaign started late last year. Today, the Ascendium Education Group, a Madison nonprofit, became the third major donor with a $2.5 million gift.
Education and leadership development is the fastest route to really changing your trajectory and changing the world around you. And this gift helps us to prepare the next generation of black leaders and the generation behind them.
The goal is to reach $36 million with hopes the project would break ground later this year or early next year on the city's south side. As of now, the center is slated to open in 2024.
A blood donation center celebrated a new location today with a ribbon cutting on Mineral Point Road. Impact Life collects blood for local hospitals. Officials there say the event comes as they look ahead to what will likely be a decrease in donations because of Memorial Day weekend and the first weeks of summer.
Opening this donor center in Madison has been really important to us because we really want to have a location that is convenient for volunteer donors to come give. And we wanted something that would be available every week, multiple days a week.
Impact Life serves 125 hospitals in the Midwest.
Fans hoping to see Steve Stricker at the Senior PGA Championship this weekend will be disappointed. The Edgerton-born pro golfer was forced to withdraw from the tournament after a positive COVID-19 test. Stricker announced the news on Twitter, but says he expects to be back when he feels strong again. No Aaron Rodgers as the Packers open up organized team activities, or OTAs. Coach Matt LaFleur said that was expected, but said Rodgers may be back for OTAs next week. No one seems overly concerned about the 38-year-old four-time MVP being there. Rodgers is expected for minicamp in a couple of weeks. Rodgers surprised the Packers with a visit to Lambeau Field during the conditioning phase of the offseason program last month, and he even took part in some drills at that time. Jordan Love handled first-team reps at quarterback in practice today. And coming up, diesel prices rising as quickly as gas, which impacts all of our bottom line as well.
And it looks like it's going to be another busy hurricane season. We'll check out today's prediction. Then coming up at 6, how Operation Fresh Start is showcasing how the nonprofit helps empower young adults to build their futures.
And on Wall Street, the NASDAQ takes a hit in Tuesday trading, down 271 points. The Dow, though, adds 48. S&P down 32. We'll be right back.
It's time to march into Green Tag savings. Get your John Deere S200 series with 4.9% for 60 months, or John Deere X3s, 5s, and 7s with 1.9% for 48 months.
Power up with Sloan.
How will you mow? Find out today at Sloan's.
When you decide it's time to look at replacing your gutters, you have options. There are a number of replacement gutter systems on the market. Hi, Andrew Larson here, owner of Larson Home Services. My team has spent lots of time looking at the best one on the market, and we found it, Gutter Shutter. Gutter Shutter sets the standard for performance, durability, and beauty with thicker aluminum, wider gutter size, and it's available in 18 beautiful colors. Best of all, Gutter Shutter is 100% made in the USA and guaranteed for as long as your home is standing. My team is dedicated to provide what we like to call the Larson experience. From your first call until well after the job is done, you will be treated like you're part of the Larson family. Please check out our Google reviews and see what customers have to say about us. We'd love to show you why Gutter Shutter means you can stay off the ladder forever. Right now, get up to $1,000 off, free financing for 12 months, and a $100 Visa gift card with your new Gutter Shutter system. Call now to set up your free estimate.
Impatience is a virtue. When you know what you want, waiting isn't an option.
New Balance Madison, we got now.
Summer's here, and it's time to refresh your space, indoor or out. Get an incredible 25% off Slumberland low prices during our huge memorial sale at Slumberland. Explore our comfortable living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, patio, and more. Pay no interest for 5 years and get free doorstep shipping. Are you sleeping in pain but dread mattress shopping? Come to Slumberland, where each bed is rated for back support and softness. It takes all the guesswork out of finding your perfect bed.
It's time to march into Green Tag savings. Get your John Deere Z300 or 500 series with 4.9% for 60 months, or John Deere Z700 0.9% for 36 months.
Power up with Sloan's.
How will you mow? Find out today at Sloan's.
Kari Sanford guilty on double homicide charges. We talked to prosecutors and UW-Madison police for their reaction and what comes next. And we take you to the Dane Buy Local Leadership Conference in Middleton. That's coming up tonight at 6.
News 3 Now, winner of 18 awards of excellence from the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association.
We'll continue to strive for excellence every day to bring you the area's best local news coverage. News 3 Now.
You're watching Madison's fastest growing newscast, News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. Gas prices have hit a new high every day for the past 2 weeks now. Diesel prices even higher, which of course is another impact for consumers. The White House is considering tapping a rarely used diesel reserve to ease prices, as it did with the Strategic Petroleum Reserve last month, though it may not help much. With Memorial Day weekend ahead, 35 million people are expected to hit the road, increasing demand.
I just don't think there's any magic bullet at the moment. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough summer.
And if any refineries are to be slowed along the Gulf Coast due to hurricanes, gas prices could soar even higher.
Speaking of which, the 2022 Atlantic hurricane season officially begins next week. And today, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration announced it will be another busy year. Scientists are predicting up to 21 named storms, and as many as 6 could become major hurricanes. Michael George has the details.
From the Gulf to the Northeast, last year's Hurricane Ida left a lasting and devastating impact. It destroyed Nicholas Dinette's restaurant in Lafitte, Louisiana. While he rebuilds, he's running his business from a barge, now in the face of what scientists say will be the 7th above-average hurricane season in a row.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous because every time like we go 5 steps forward, 10 steps back.
With 70% confidence, NOAA predicts 14 to 21 named storms in 2022. 6 to 10 could become hurricanes, and 3 to 6 could be major hurricanes, packing winds of 111 miles per hour or higher.
It's crucial to remember that it only takes one storm to damage your home, neighborhood, and community.
NOAA scientists say the increased activity anticipated this hurricane season is due to climate change, specifically warmer than average sea surface temperatures in the Atlantic Ocean and Caribbean Sea. FEMA's administrator Deanna Criswell tells us recent storms like Ida intensify quickly and hover over land much longer than in previous years.
We're seeing more billion-dollar disasters year after year, and that's not just homes, that's the infrastructure that's damaged.
The Federal Emergency Management Agency encourages all Americans to know their risk. That includes people who don't live along the coast. They say having an evacuation plan in place could save your life. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Let's get a look at our certified most accurate weather. Meteorologist Dana Fulton and your forecast. Dana?
It's always important to remember that our atmosphere is all fluid and interconnected. So even though when we're talking about tropical storms, sometimes it seems like maybe an Atlantic coast or a Gulf Coast issue, it still impacts our weather here in southern Wisconsin. It absolutely impacts travel and our families extending off to the East Coast. As mentioned in that package, I do want to circle back. Hurricanes are heat engines. They take that warm surface moisture and transfer that into energy. So those warmer sea surface temperatures absolutely are leading to more fuel and larger systems building in. And again, that does impact our forecast here in southern Wisconsin. Now, right now, we're talking about cooler temperatures and rain building in. Light showers expected for us for Grant County over the next several hours. The bulk of this rain, though, still off to the west and parts of Iowa. For tomorrow, our thunderstorm chance picking up just a little bit, a marginal risk, so only a 1 on a scale to 5. Not too concerned about severe weather, but we could see some stronger wind gusts with these thunderstorms, especially south of Dane County and down into northern Illinois. Our stormy conditions building in overnight, showers and thunderstorms expected to start off your day on Wednesday. A little soggy outside for that morning commute. By the weekend, it will be warmer, but we will have some shower chances. More shower chances expected for us next week as well. It's not really a dry forecast right now. That warmer trend for tomorrow will climb up just a little bit more thanks to this warm front lifting overhead. That brings steady rainfall during our morning commute. Behind it, a cold front front drags across, bringing another line of showers and thunderstorms for late in the day on Thursday, and cooler temperatures expected for us Thursday. Now, once we get back to sunshine on Friday, those temps will hop back up. Our rain chances building in as we look ahead to Wednesday morning. There's that warm front lifting over, soggy conditions throughout Wednesday morning and into the early afternoon. High temperatures, once the warm front does pass, expected to climb to the upper 60s. We'll have a little bit of a break in the rainfall. Some more showers expected early in the day Thursday morning, but that line with this cold front builds in the late afternoon and evening. We could have a few isolated thunderstorms mixed in with that for Thursday before things finally dry up and clear off to the east. Rainfall totals in that 1.5 to 2 inch range, so again, a measurable amount expected for us throughout southern Wisconsin. Comes through at a pretty steady rate for us early in the day on Wednesday. Highs tomorrow will be in the upper 60s. That happens in the late afternoon after that warm front passes. It will be breezy outside. Wind speeds about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Some of those thunderstorms could produce wind gusts closer to 30 miles per hour, though, so that wind could be an issue with some of those storms later on in the day. Our scattered shower chances expected again early, and a few spotty showers late in the upper 60s for us for Wednesday and for Thursday and for Friday, even though Friday we do get the sunshine back in the forecast. As we look ahead to this weekend, we'll have the chance for showers and thunderstorms for Saturday, Sunday, and for Memorial Day Monday. Warmer temperatures really build in for the start of next week. We'll be in the mid to low 80s, and we'll still stay above average even as temperatures start to back off a little bit by the back half of the work week. But almost every afternoon when we have high temperatures in the mid 80s, and it does come along with a chance for some shower and thunderstorm activity to pop up for us. Looking at traffic conditions very quickly, a lot of green for the interstate north and southbound on 3990, but eastbound along the Beltline right now, a lot of red, things slowing down just a little bit, likely due to construction. I don't have any accidents popping up on my map right now. As far as Rock County goes, downtown Janesville is smooth, and north and southbound on 3990 still nice and good. From the Beltline to Janesville, sitting close to 25 minutes, 17 minutes to get from Middleton to Stock City and downtown to Sun Prairie, an 18-minute drive for us this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
All right, Dana, thank you. As the war in Ukraine continues, children there are coming up with their own war games. Why they say this gets them ready for the real world. That's when we come back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Wells Asphalt Paving, expert paving for over 40 years. Now offering $250 off your asphalt paving project. For residential and commercial, from new construction to replacements. Call today and save at Wells Asphalt Paving.
Save 11% on all your household needs now at Menards. Procter & Gamble has the brands you trust. Whether you need paper towels, laundry detergent, dish soap, or cleaning supplies. Stock up right now with 11% off all household essentials at Menards. Impress with the Arliss one-handle bathroom faucet. The minimal lines create a modern yet classic design. Available in a matte black and brushed nickel. Now just $99.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Violent and destructive riots in Kenosha, the Waukesha Christmas Parade tragedy, record-high homicides in Milwaukee, from defunding our police to releasing violent felons with low or no bail. Liberal Democrats have created the worst crime wave in decades. Senator Ron Johnson is standing with our brave law enforcement officers to keep Wisconsin families safe, and he wants to keep violent criminals behind bars where they belong.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of industry-leading Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Take advantage of exceptional financing offers from your local Cub Cadet dealer today. To find the dealer near you, visit CubCadetDealers.com.
Hey everybody, who's coming to the big show? It's Fed Aid, Saturday, June 11th at Ho Chunk Gaming and Casino in Wisconsin Dells. An all-day outdoor event. Come out for classic cars, trucks, and motorcycles during the day and stay for the concert at night. Featuring country superstar Trace Atkins, Runaway Jew, the Mascot Theory, and Bev Killian. All benefiting Heat and Housing for Heroes. Visit VetAidWI.com for details and to purchase tickets for Trace Atkins.
Hit the road with Madison Magazine to explore Midwest gems just a car ride away. Then follow the DNA trail of a curious local cold case and take your appetite to sandwich spots that really stack up. Madison Magazine, online and on newsstands now.
Want to know right now what the weather will be like tomorrow? Download the First Warn Weather app and get my 48-hour forecast to help you plan your day.
The First Warn Weather app. Get it now. Powered by News 3 Now.
Wells Asphalt Paving, expert paving for over 40 years. Now offering $250 off your asphalt paving project. For residential and commercial, from new construction to replacements. Call today and save at Wells Asphalt Paving.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. A giant work of street art of a saint with an anti-tank weapon has emerged on a multi-story building in Kyiv.
The graffiti dubbed Saint Javelin first appeared this weekend in the Ukrainian capital. And today, artists were seen working on the mural. An art group which is behind it said the graffiti was designed to fundraise money for Ukraine as it continues its fight against the Russian invasion. $2 million has been raised so far. A projector is used in the evenings to help with the sketch of the big graffiti.
As Ukrainian soldiers fight to defend their country from Russia, some Ukrainian children are launching their own war games. CBS's Tina Kraus has this story.
12-year-old Andriy is on the move with his wooden weapons. His 6-year-old friend Valentin is right behind him. 2 months ago, these Ukrainian boys were hiding in bunkers with their families as Russian tanks shelled their village near Kyiv. Now they're playing war to celebrate its liberation. Andriy says Putin and his little soldiers should never set feet in our town again. Our Ukrainians already demolished them. After Russian soldiers destroyed much of their neighborhood, the boys are determined to help protect it in the future. Valentin says, we want to be soldiers when we grow up. We'll become army men. While real-life warfare still rages in Ukraine, these kids have set up their own battlefield to show support for their heroes, digging trenches, deploying toy missile launchers, and predicting a big win against Russian forces. Andriy says, I want victory for Ukraine that lasts a long time. A victory that could finally finish the war, so these kids won't have to. Tina Kraus, CBS News.
A final check of your forecast when we come back.
When cleaning your air ducts, it's important to clean the entire system. And air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer removes pounds of trapped dirt, dust, and allergens from your home completely. Call today for a free inspection.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
It shouldn't take a storm of biblical proportions to find out who you can count on. It shouldn't take a 4-foot diameter oak tree in your kitchen to find out who you can trust. It shouldn't take the worst to bring out our best. But sometimes it does. And that's the silver lining.
Imagine never having to clean your gutters again. Andrew Larson here, and you don't have to dream about it. My team would love to show you what a new gutter shutter system can do for your home, protecting its foundation and keeping you off that ladder forever. Gutter Shutter is the strongest, most durable, high-performance gutter system on the market, and it's the best bang for your buck. Right now, get up to $1,000 off, free financing for 12 months, and a $100 Visa gift card with your new Gutter Shutter system. Call now to set up your free estimate.
Trust your feet to Morgan's Shoes.
Birkenstock, a trusted name you've come to know, is back in stock. Birkenstock is footwear built for adventure, all-day play, and even an effortless wedge. A new heel with the same great feel. With nearly 250 years in the fine art of shoemaking, choosing Birkenstock means choosing the best in quality, comfort, and craftsmanship.
Comfort with style. Trust your feet to Morgan Shoes.
Morgan Shoes, Hilldale.
How do you
reuse your energy, fueling your drive to deliver hope for neighbors in need. At Alliant Energy, we're creating more clean, renewable energy every single day to power what matters to you. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Hey everybody, who's coming to the big show? It's Fed Aid, Saturday, June 11th at Ho-Chunk Gaming and Casino in Wisconsin Dells. An all-day outdoor event. Come out for classic cars, trucks, and motorcycles during the day and stay for the concert at night. Featuring country superstar Trace Atkins, Runaway Jew, The Mascot Theory, and Bev Killyman. All benefiting heat and housing for heroes. Visit VetAidWI.com for details and to purchase tickets for Trace Atkins.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday!
Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get any large pizza for just $10.99, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
The Stanley Steamer started with one man, a van, and a whole lot of carpet. We've been innovating for a long time. Stanley Steamer now goes beyond carpet. Schedule a cleaning today.
Breaking news, tragedy in Texas after a shooting at an elementary school near San Antonio leaves at least 14 children dead. What we're learning about the alleged gunman and the investigation. We'll have all the details tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And we want to add President Biden is addressing the nation tonight, reflecting on the shooting in Texas. We will carry that special CBS News live report around 7:15 tonight. Finally today, we head to Peru. It is their crazy car contest. All of the vehicles here, interestingly enough, made from recycled materials.
More than 20 cars competed in the race, including a Batmobile and a Super Mario car. Contestants crafted their own racing vehicles, some going from garage to gather recycled items.
Well, let's go to Dana Fulton. One final check of our forecast.
We're looking at rain and storms for tomorrow, especially during the morning. High temperatures will be in the upper 60s. We'll be in the upper 60s for Thursday as well as Friday, with mostly sunny skies on Friday. A few more rain chances expected for us Saturday, Sunday, and Memorial Day Monday. But notice that temperature climb will be in the mid to low 80s for the start of next week. So it does get a little milder outside. Overnight lows also expected to climb up into the 60s.
All right, Dana, thank you. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News.